Let's move on to the next chapter, Hören. This chapter has got the following subtopics: Hörtexte, Hörabsicht und Hörstille, Hörprozess, Strategien, Einsatz von Liedern, kombiniertes Fertigkeit. We will begin with Hörtexte. So, Hören ist eine rezeptive Fertigkeit, meaning it is a receptive talent which needs to be acquired, and this works as the basics or fundamentals to speak. So when it comes to Hörtexte, these are all the text which a man listens or hears. And these texts have got some important characteristics or properties. These are listed in the table below. So, first is Textsorte. It is the form of the Hörtext. Typical examples are Begrüßung, like Guten Tag, Guten Morgen, Dialog, öffentliche Durchsage, also in train station, etc. Then we have Textumfeld, meaning the environment where the text is being spoken out and or we hear the text. So typical example will be Bahnhof, like train station, at home, in the train, office, etc. Then we have Textinhalt, basically the contents of the text. It could be fachbezogen, technical, or it could be a story, a fairy tale, etc. Then we have Hörabsicht. This basically says the reason or the Begründung for hearing the text. And typical answer for that will be we want information from the Hörtext. Then we have Schlussfolgerung, meaning what are the activities which one does after hearing that particular text. So example, Zugticket kaufen. So we hear about the train and then we buy the tickets. Or we hear about Urlaub and then we plan a vacation. So these are like the activities which one does after listening to a text. So, what are all the criteria to select such Hörtext when we are going to teach in a class? So, this slide lists all the criteria which should be considered while selecting a particular Hörtext. And the most important criteria is your target audience and their level of language. Keeping these two as basis, the following are the sub-criteria which we need to take into consideration while selecting a Hörtext. So the first one is Realitätsbezug. How much close to reality is the Hörtext? So a train announcement or an announcement in public, etc. Those are like Realitätsbezug, realitätsnahe Situation. Second is Informationsdichte. What is the information density? How much amount of information is being given in the Hörtext? So if the students are not that good or not that strong in language, then you better have less information in the Hörtext. Then we have Lexik, which are basically the language elements, new words, grammatic structure, all those things. So if you are teaching for an A1 level, then you should have the easier part. And if you are teaching for a B2 level, then you can adjust the lexikalische Einheit according to the B2 level of the students. Then we have Textorganisation. So how good is the Hörtext organized? Are there clear identifiable structures like introduction, summary, main contents, etc. Then Verständlichkeit. It's being spoken by somebody. So if it's going to have a thick accent, then new beginners will be finding it difficult to understand such text. So depending upon the language level and the clarity that is being spoken in the language, we have to make sure that the spoken out text is easily understandable. Then we have Sprechgeschwindigkeit, which is basically speaking tempo. If the person is going to talk too fast, then it would be very difficult for the new learners to understand. So we have to be very, very careful in selecting the Hörtext, and this Sprechgeschwindigkeit is a key factor in motivating the students as well. Then we have Verstehensziele. What is the final idea behind this Höraufgabe or Hörtext? What should the students understand from this Hörtext? So depending upon the A1 level or A2 level or a B2 level, you can use the same text, but you can have different understanding goals. So an A1 student, for them it's enough as long as they catch the names of the persons involved. Whereas a B2 student should actually go in deep with the conversation and try to find out what exactly is the problem. So same text, different goals for understanding. And that winds up the Hörtext. Let's move on to Hörabsichten und Hörstille. So Hörabsicht, like we spoken before, this is the Zweckbegründung des Hörens. What is the main reason why somebody listens to something? So this mainly depends upon the interest of the listener. And Hörstille. So Hörstille is basically how one listens to some text or somebody, someone, etc. That's what is wie man hört. So this Hörstille mainly depends upon the Hörabsicht and also depends upon the art of the Hörtext. So if it's SMS kind of short text, then you pay more attention, or it's Bahnhofaussage, then you listen more carefully, something like that. On a global level, we can classify the Hörstille into the following categories. So the first one is globales Hören, extensive or kursorisch Hören, you can also call this. This one basically is you're going to have main reasoning is you want to pick up the key information. What do you want to suggest as an overall summary? Those are the main reasons why you choose this globales Hören style. Vorgehensweise, how to do this? So you take care or you pay attention to the text sort, then you pay attention to who is speaking with whom and about what they are talking, and what is the central summary of the conversation. So typical example is Nachrichten Radio, so news on the radio. And then we have detailliertes Hören. So here it's intensive or synthetisch, meaning we want to pay every single attention to the Hörtext so that we can have a complete understanding of what is being said. So Vorgehensweise, keep on listening carefully, no disturbances, nothing, collect all possible details. Typical example is Kochrezepte. Then we move on to selektives Hören. This is also called as selegierendes Hören or a suchendes Hören. So here we search for very particular information in the text which is being spoken out. So here you just look for that word which is being spoken and then associate all the information and collect all information which you hear about the word. Example is Wettervorhersage.
With that, the chapter comes to an end. Please feel free to like, subscribe and comment to the channel. If you have any questions, then contact me via email or put down your comments and I'll be able to reply. Thank you.